Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, man survives 2 gun attacks in St. Anne. A man cheated death twice after escaping with his life from 2 separate gun attacks in less than 24 hours in St. Anne. The man was first shot and injured around 11 on Thursday night and was again attacked by gunmen on Friday afternoon, but escaped the injuries, the police said. In the second incident, it was reported that around 1:30 p.m., the man was traveling in a taxi when he observed a white Toyota Axio motor car trailing the cab. He reportedly alerted the driver, who slowed down. The Axio drove past, then blocked the taxi's path. The man, the police said, immediately jumped from the car and fled. 2 men exited the Axio with guns and gave chase while firing several shots at him. He managed to jump a perimeter wall and escaped injuries. The gunmen returned to their motor vehicle and drove away, the police said. Electrician killed in St. Andrew home invasion. A man was shot dead when several armed men invaded his home at Hope Hill in 8 miles Bull Bay, St. Andrew Saturday morning. The dead man has been identified as the 34-year-old electrician Jordan Hutchinson. Reports are that around 1:30 a.m., Hutchinson was in his house when he was attacked by unknown assailants. He was taken outside where he was shot and killed. Investigators found 2 5.56 spent casings while processing the scene. No motive has been established for the killing. Woman shot 6 times, survives a gun attack in St. Anne. A 44-year-old businesswoman miraculously survived after she was shot 6 times by a gunman at the bar she operates at Phoenix Park in Monica, St. Anne Friday night. The woman has since been hospitalized, while police have launched a manhunt for her attackers. Reports reaching the news are that around 8 p.m., the now injured woman was at the bar with 3 customers when a motor car drove up and parked across from the establishment. 2 men exited the vehicle, entered the bar, and ordered 2 drinks. The woman placed the drinks on the counter, after which one of the men pulled a handgun and shot her several times. She received gunshot wounds to both her breast, her abdomen, both arms, and the right thigh. The woman ran from her attackers and collapsed in bushes behind the bar. The men, the police said, ran from the bar, returned to their vehicle, and sped away. The injured businesswoman was rushed to the St. Anne's Bay Hospital, where she was admitted in serious condition. No motive has been established for the attack, the police say. Music producer shot dead in St. Anne. A music producer who was shot and injured at his home in Great Pond, Oteria, St. Anne Friday afternoon succumbed to his injuries last night. A woman who was at the house escaped injuries. The man, identified as 19-year-old Malachi James, was shot and killed by a gunman who entered his home through a rear door that was left open, the police said. Reports are that around midday, James and the woman were inside the master bedroom of a 2-story dwelling house when a man entered through a door left open at the rear. The man, the police said, pointed the gun at the woman and pressed the trigger, but nothing happened. The gunman then fired several shots, hitting James all over his body. The woman flung a glass table at the gunman and he ran from the house. James was rushed to the St. Anne's Bay Hospital, where he was treated and admitted in serious condition. Around 7:45 p.m., he succumbed to his injuries. No motive has yet been established for the gun attack. Father and a 14-year-old daughter among 3 killed in Westmoreland crash. A father and his 14-year-old daughter are among 3 people killed in a major motor vehicle crash in Little London, Westmoreland Friday night. According to the police, the accident happened around 9:40 p.m. along Bay Road in the parish. It left 6 people hospitalized with injuries. The deceased has been identified as 48-year-old Alwyn Savario, a welder of Friendship, and his daughter, Shanika Savario of Strawberry District, and a 43-year-old Owen Barnes of Good Hope, all in Westmoreland. The teenager was reportedly a student at the Godfrey Stewart High School. The police have reported that a Heinz motor truck heading in the direction of Negril and a Toyota Corolla motor car traveling in the opposite direction towards Savannah Lamar collided, causing the traffic accident. It is reported that the highest truck, after negotiating a corner, failed to keep left and crashed into the Corolla. Acting Zone 4 Commander for the Westmoreland Police Division, Inspector Koya Williams, confirmed the details on Saturday morning. The 6 men in the highest were said to have been on their way to catch crabs. The news understands that both drivers died. Peace March underway in Westmoreland. A peace march is now underway in Greenhill, Westmoreland, following a spate of violent crimes in the community in the past weeks. The initiative is being spearheaded by the Greenhill Seventh-day Adventist Church. The church's green and yellow-clad marching band is leading the march. Last month, 16-year-old Carson Barrett, a student of Greenhill High School, was shot and killed while heading home from the school's sporting event. His 15-year-old female schoolmate was shot and injured. The community has also been hit by a police fatal shooting last week. A number of stakeholders are present at the march, including members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Child Protection and the Family Services Agency. Shop operator fatally shot during attempted robbery in Clarendon. A 52-year-old shop operator was shot and killed during an attempted robbery at his business place in Chapeltown, Clarendon on Friday night. The deceased has been identified as Conroy Anthony Osborne, a resident of Summerfield near Chapeltown in the parish. Reports are that about 10 p.m. at the intersection of Summerfield Main Road and the Public Works Main Road, Osborne was operating his regular weekend fish sale business when he was pounced upon by 2 men armed with handguns traveling in a gray Toyota Probox. The gunmen reportedly attempted to rob Osborne of his cash. When their demand was not met, they opened gunfire, hitting him in the upper body before making their escape in the said motorcar, reports said. Osborne was taken to the Chapeltown Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Friday night's incident took place just a few meters from where 4 men were killed in a bar on October 4 last year. Osborne was an ex-soldier who served in the Jamaica Defense Force for several years. An investigation has been launched into his killing. PNP says it will support only if CCJ is made a final court. Jamaica's plan to republic status was thrown into doubt Friday after the opposition People's National Party instructed its legislators not to sign off on the report of the Constitutional Reform Committee as it seeks to push the Caribbean Court of Appeal as the nation's final court. Opposition leader Mark Golding, in a May 7, 2024 letter to Prime Minister Andrew Holness, insisted that the PNP wants both the removal of the British monarch as head of state and the drop in the United Kingdom-based Privy Council in favor of the Caribbean Court of Justice as the nation's final court, to be addressed at the same time and not on a phased basis as the government has proposed. Golding said that the PNP would not be supporting the move to establish Jamaica as a republic if the CCJ is placed on the back burner. Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs Marlene Malahou-Fort, in response to Golding, said it is regrettable that the opposition leader has instructed his representatives on the committee not to sign the report, even though the report includes only those recommendations to which all members of the committee agreed. Malahou-Fort said that, consistent with the terms of reference for the CRC, the reforms are being done in 2 phases, with the first focusing on those matters which are deeply entrenched, required a referendum, and upon which there is a broad agreement, namely Jamaica's transition from a constitutional monarchy to a parliamentary republic. Phase 2, she said, will focus on those matters which are not deeply entrenched and do not require a referendum, but require instead more time for consensus to emerge after open debate and deliberation, including the matter of the final court.